Thank you so much. I'm a little nervous myself, but I'll get through this. I want to start by thanking BCIT, the Faculty and Staff Association, and the BCIT Alumni for selecting me as the recipient of this award and hosting this amazing night. I also want to thank Tim Smith and his team with Pink Buffalo Films for their respect and sensitivities of this work and bringing the issue of human trafficking to light. For 17 years, BCIT has been my foundation, my home away from home, where I fell in love with nursing and continued to further my career to keep up with the continual changes happening within healthcare and our society. After being in Thailand, I returned back to BCIT as a form of therapy, which might sound odd, but with this experience came a lot of heartache and pain, and an overwhelming feeling of incompetence that could only be softened by knowing more so that I could do more. Becoming a forensic nurse examiner became that next step for me to align my person with my purpose, and for this, I am so grateful. I want to thank my grandmother, who told me, when I told her I was going to be a nurse, she said I knew it. I want to thank my parents, who through travel and bedtime stories instilled in me the understanding that the world is vast, but that although we are diverse, we're sewn from a common thread. And no matter your economic status, your gender, your sexual orientation, ethnicity, or race, we all deserve equal opportunity, we deserve to feel safe, we need love, and we need meaningful connections. And we all yearn to be noticed, to be heard, and to be accepted. It is these founding principles that guide my moral compass and my practice. I also want to thank my husband, Matt, who is also a helper, for standing by me and supporting my passions, holding down our fort, and being a voice of reason when the world seems so unfair. My ability to do this work is based on mentorship and teamwork. I don't work alone. It's so special to have an instructor like Sheila Early, who herself is a pioneer and a hero in nursing, take me under her wing and mentor me with such grace. Ignite a fire within me to push for change, steady me when the challenges seem insurmountable, and bridge me into becoming a forensic nurse examiner and an instructor at BCIT. The impact of your mentorship has changed my life, and I can honestly say that if we hadn't met, my trajectory would be much different. I'm so blessed to work alongside an incredible team of forensic nurses, women fighting for those whose voices have been muted and bodies stolen. I want to thank Lynn Gifford, Lorena Dodd, and Amy Falkenberg, my forensic nursing colleagues who walk this journey with me and have been able to help me put my knowledge and my heart into the work in addressing human trafficking in healthcare. I could not have done this without you. I'm so thankful to Dr. Dean Hildebrandt for your courage to break ground and bring human trafficking training into the BCIT Forensic Health Science curriculum. This program is like no other across the country, and it couldn't be more necessary in the times that we are in. For the men, women, and children experiencing violence, whether this be human trafficking, sexual assault, domestic violence, or child abuse, they don't just move on from this trauma or get over it. It affects people to the core. It damages human potential, and it kills what was and what could have been. Human trafficking, the sale of humans, is predicted to surpass the sale of guns and drugs in our lifetime. And yet, despite its prevalence, we still question its very existence. And when it comes to violence in general, we have doubt and disbelief. We have a lot of blame, and we are involuntarily being desensitized through images and commentary, which is driving ambivalence to the point of where we are becoming anesthetized. And as modern and as advanced as we are as a society in Canada, we still don't have a collective understanding of consent. We have work to do. Violence has been going on for long before Harriet Tubman and the slave trade, and history has been on repeat for way too long. We must change. And while myself and our forensic nursing team will continue this work, the reality is it's not enough. If we want to prevent violence, aside from prosecution, we need to look at how we can bring people up and out of situations that make them vulnerable prey. People need to feel like they matter. Gandhi had it right when he said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." If we truly want to address violence, we need to make a collective impact where each and every one of us takes a stand, where we raise ourselves to a state of consciousness and we use our most powerful tool, our voice, and we push for change. I know that my mother had no idea that a childhood book about Harriet Tubman would lead me into the work that I'm doing today. Have these conversations with your children. This is our future. And lastly, become educated. I happen to know some really great courses at BCIT. I want to end this by accepting this award on behalf of the bravery of those who've experienced violence. I want you to know that there are nurses and healthcare providers who are fighting for you, who see you, who hear you, who believe you, and will be there for you. Nurses who, in the element of such pain and loss, stand beside you, unified in our strength, our efforts, and our words that enough is enough. Thank you.